Welcome back to Summary Central, the channel where we save you hours of reading and a few emotional breakdowns along the way. Today, we're breaking down The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F, a book where Mark Manson teaches you how to stop emotionally bankrupting yourself by caring about absolutely everything. And yes, he uses a much spicier vocabulary than I will. For YouTube's sake, we're sticking to clean substitutes, but trust me, the original wording hits harder. If you're new here, hit subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, comment one thing you've decided to stop caring about this week. Let's grow together by caring less. All right, into the chaos. Section 1. You're caring about too much, and it's ruining your life. Manson starts by gently informing you that your emotional life is a mess. Not because you're weak, not because you're failing, but because you're giving your limited emotional tokens to every tiny inconvenience like Oprah giving out cars. Society pushes you to care about everything. Your appearance, your reputation, your notifications, your comparison to everyone else, your follower count, your critics, your imagined failures, your barista spelling your name wrong for the 100th time. The result? You feel overwhelmed when nothing is actually wrong. Manson argues you're not broken, you're simply overcaring. You treat every problem like a 5-alarm fire. You treat every negative feeling like catastrophe. You treat strangers' opinions like gospel. And here's the kicker, you only have so many cares to give. They're limited. Every time you give one away to something useless, you lose one for something meaningful. This is why your life feels chaotic. You're emotionally overdrawn every day without realizing it. Manson's solution? Learn to care selectively. Not everything deserves your emotional energy. Not every situation needs a reaction. Not everyone's opinion needs an explanation. Once you stop caring about everything, you finally have energy for the things that matter. Section 2. Happiness isn't the absence of problems, it's choosing better problems. Manson then demolishes the idea that happiness is what happens when everything goes right. He says happiness is not about avoiding problems. It's about choosing problems worth suffering for. Pain is unavoidable. Problems are constant. Challenges are guaranteed. Trying to escape them just multiplies your misery. Here's Manson's formula. Bad problems equals misery. Good problems equals meaning. Bad problems. Why doesn't everyone like me? Why am I not perfect? Why isn't my life easy yet? Good problems. How do I get healthier? How do I build real relationships? How do I improve myself? Good problems come from good values. Bad problems come from bad values. This brings us to the most important part of the book. Section 2. You don't need a problem-free life. You need better problems. Manson says the reason you're miserable isn't because you have problems. It's because you're choosing the wrong ones. He explains that every meaningful part of life includes pain. Love requires vulnerability. Fitness requires discipline. Success requires failure. Connections requires honesty. Confidence requires discomfort. Pain isn't a glitch. Pain is the entrance fee for anything meaningful. And here's the twist. Once you stop avoiding pain and start choosing the right pain, you feel more in control, more grounded, and more at peace. This leads directly into the next big insight. Section 3. Your values are broken, but you can fix them. Manson's core philosophy is that your values, the things you care about, shape your entire experience. If your values are bad, your life feels bad. Bad values are things like needing constant approval, needing to always be right, chasing pleasure 24/7, few, comparing yourself to others. These are emotional quicksand. You sink the more you struggle. Bad values lead to fragile confidence, anxiety, avoidance, perfectionism, and constant disappointment. Good values, on the other hand, are things like honesty, responsibility, self-respect, curiosity. Good values are internal. They're stable. They're controllable. They lead to better decisions, healthier relationships, and way less stress. Manson's message is blunt. If your values suck, your life will suck. If your values improve, your life improves with them. This transitions smoothly into the next idea. Section 3, continued. Fix your values, fix your life. Good values lead to good problems, and good problems lead to a meaningful life. Once you shift from bad values like be admired or never fail to good values like be honest, take responsibility, or grow consistently, life stops feeling like a constant emotional crisis. You start choosing discomfort that leads somewhere instead of discomfort that drains you. This sets the stage for the next major theme. Section 4. Responsibility is your superpower. This is the part of the book where Manson gets serious. He argues that responsibility is not about blame. It's not about saying everything is your fault. It's about recognizing your power. You choose your response to every situation. You didn't choose your past. You didn't choose your wounds. You didn't choose your disadvantages. You didn't choose your bad luck. But you do choose how you interpret events, how you react, what meaning you assign, what actions you take, what you tolerate, what you pursue. Responsibility is how you stop waiting for life to improve and start improving your life. People avoid responsibility because it's uncomfortable. But responsibility is the foundation of confidence. Once you trust yourself to handle challenges, you stop fearing them. That is emotional freedom. Section 5. The freedom of caring less and living more. This is the heart of the not giving a care philosophy. Caring less doesn't mean you become cold or apathetic. It means you become accurate about what deserves your emotional energy. When you stop caring about every distraction, irritation, insecurity, and external opinion, you suddenly have space to care deeply about what matters. Meaningful relationships, personal growth, your health, your purpose, your boundaries, your integrity. Rejection stops feeling personal. Boundaries stop feeling rude. Failure stops feeling fatal. Uncertainty stops feeling terrifying. You become grounded, focused, selective, intentional. That's the subtle art. Outro. The subtle art of not giving a F isn't telling you to stop caring. It's teaching you how to care wisely, selectively, and intentionally. Manson uses stronger wording throughout the book, but the message is clear. Your emotional energy is limited. Stop giving it away to things that don't matter. Choose better values. Choose better problems. Take responsibility for what you can control and care deeply about the things that genuinely deserve you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and comment the number one thing you're ready to stop caring about. And check out the 30 and 15-minute versions on the channel for deeper insights. Thanks for watching Summary Central. Protect your cares. They're precious.